What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Kev Videos, True Stories.
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories.
Excuse the noise in the background, but this particular story takes place in 1997. This is after my mother had passed in February 97. I'm in Tehachapi at the time. My kid's mother is messing with this dude, but she still stayed in communication, still brought my kids to see me, so I would always appreciate her for that. But, you know, I'm mad at her, and, you know, she's going through whatever she's going through to where dude don't want her visiting me. But my mother-in-law wants me to hook her up with somebody on the yard. So she comes up with this idea that she wants me to pass out like applications to multiple guys. So we settle on 3 dudes. So I get it seen from schoolyard. He was a lifer. I get it to homie Ricky, not Big Rick, but Ricky. Ricky didn't have that many years, but Ricky was a smooth dude. And then it was this dude named Rock. His real name was Jerry something. Rock was from OVG. OVG stands for Original Valley Gangster. He didn't have no C on it. He didn't have no B on it. Couldn't tell if he was a Crip or a Blood. He was just an OVG. And he was the only one on the yard. He's the only OVG up in there. So he kind of hung. The Crips were deeper than the Bloods up in there, but it was Bloods in there too. So he kind of hung out with the Crips. He kind of stayed to himself, really. You didn't really see him in the daytime, so I don't know what he was doing on the yard. But inside the building, he basically hung with the Rips. All the Crips that played cards, talk shit, watch sports. He hung out with us. Rock was probably the biggest or second biggest dude on the yard. Between him and Miz from 9-0, they was the biggest dudes on the yard. And Rock's all swole, dark-skinned dude. He played in the movie South Central.
Two motherfuckers want to go head up, that's okay. But Deuce Eyes won't see no Aryan Nation banging on one consolidated Deuce brother.
And he played in the sitcom Rock. So I should be able to pull up some pictures of dude or something like that so you could see, you could get a visual of what he looked like and his size and everything, right? And Jerry was a cool dude. Another one of them dudes that professed to be great spade players, but he didn't work out too well as my partner. So she chooses, and Rock tells me, which was smart. Rock said, Kev, put a good word in for me. All right, I'll do that. So I put a good word in for him, let him know, like, dude has an acting career. He just can't stay out of prison. So she chooses Jerry, Rock from OVG. And so now she's coming to see Rock. She's sending him all these cards with perfume and these pictures and all of that old stuff. And Rock is happy, man. I just made his lifetime, man. I made this sentence like a good time for him. But it's cool because when she comes see him, she's bringing my kid's mama to see me. So my business is back cracking after mom's died. And mother-in-law is letting me know that she's really feeling this dude. And she's going to really be there his whole stint. Because she's feeling him and she want him to come home to her. And he's feeling her. He's like overjoyed. Always thanking me and shit. Nigga didn't give me nothing. None of that money she was sending. Didn't give me none of that store she was sending him. But he would share the pictures and letters with me and stuff. So they feeling each other. So now one day, I'm in the dorm playing spades, and I hear this commotion, like Babe Ruth done just hit a home run in Yankee Stadium to win the World Series or something. So I'm curious to what this noise is. Like you don't hear that type of noise in prison unless you're watching like a soccer game and Mexico done beat Argentina or Mexico done beat the US or something. So I get up, I look in the day room. It's not a soccer game they cheering for. I go on off into the dorm and it's everybody moving around like roaches. The blacks and the Mexicans. I'm like, damn, what the fuck going on? I'm like, hey man, what's going on? They like, oh, some niggas just pulled up a Sentinel. Oh, all right. I don't give a damn about no nigga pulling up from Sentinel. Nigga, I'm trying to get my little store and shit, and I'm trying to go home. So boom, when it's time to go back for count, I go to count, and I see this flamboyant ass gay Mexican and this flamboyant ass gay black dude. They just pulled up from Sentinel. I'm like, man, what is this shit? So I'm getting at everybody like, man, they need to get up out this dorm. We don't need that in this dorm. And niggas are looking at me funny. So I feel like an outcast. Like, what the hell did I say wrong? So I see Rock smile. I see like 5 niggas. I see like 5 niggas and like 4 Mexicans like grouped up. And they looking toward the shower. And I'm like, man, what's up? What's going on? And I'm like, why you so happy, Rock? He like, oh no, I know that punk from Sentinella, man, cool dude. I'm like, wait a minute, the punk's a cool dude. Like, I don't understand that language. Don't get me wrong, I would probably say the same thing, but the mood that I'm in and being in prison, I don't understand. That's a foreign language to me. So by now, I done moved over. I'm at 4 low. 4 low is 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th bed from the showers. But I'm by the shitter, right? And Rock is all the way down the tier. So Rock comes down the tier. He would borrow soap from me and toilet tissue and maybe a couple soups or something like that, right? So, or like I said, he would share his pictures and letters for mom-in-law. So Rock comes down. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So normally everybody's sleeping at 1 in the morning, right? You might have some Mexicans standing guard for their shot caller or whatever. You know, whispers going on. Might be somebody doing a tattoo or something. A couple people might be listening to oldies on their earphone, but for the most part, everybody's asleep. So as I'm sleeping, I'm hearing some commotion going on. I'm hearing a lot of people walking, which is not normal. So I jump up on my bed and I see Rock smiling again. I'm like, Rock, what's up? He's like, oh, the punk in there giving head. Nigga, what is that of your concern? He like, no, I'm just looking. Why are you looking at these homosexual activities, homie? I'm upset, like nigga, like he messed with my real mama or something. I'm upset. I'm like, cuz, you go back to your bunk, cuz. He like, why you tripping? I don't even tell him, nigga. I'm in my feelings, like, nigga, I done hooked you up with mother-in-law, nigga, and you fantasizing about some gay shit going on, nigga. You up this time of morning with this shit going on like you waiting in line or something. So I just don't tell him. Boom, he go back to his bed, so I'm cool, I'm comfortable with, all right, he ain't falling for the okie doke. The next night, I'm fucking showering, like, nigga, who showers at 1:30 in the morning unless you coming from work or something, you know what I'm saying, or you getting ready to go to work? Like, that wasn't normal, that was some weird shit. They go Rock again. Rock's amongst like 4 or 5 blacks, and they laughing and joking. You can't see who's in there getting ahead, but they know because they up and they watching and shit. And he like, yeah, such in there with the homosexual. I'm like, Rock, man, I ain't gonna tell you again, man. You punk ass nigga. And Rock's a big dude, and he wasn't no punk, but Rock knew that I was upset. And I want to hate on this nigga. I want to tell mom-in-law, but I never to this day ever told her. Unless she see this video, she won't know. I never told her. But I dug Rock out about that, man. Like, nigga, you fuck with mom-in-law, man. That shit ain't no good look for me when they find out. Oh, man, I don't do that. I don't engage in that. I can't tell. You sure look excited, nigga. And you talk about you been in prison all your life, man. I don't know what you're capable of. So I had to check myself. This was a reality check. Like, all these dudes ain't A1, man. You might see a dude big and swole and tough, and he might be one of them ones that like to engage in them type of activities. So I wasn't feeling it, man. So I guess today's lesson is this, man. You can't just look at a man and think he A1. When you in prison, man, you never know which men will fall the weakest. I'm telling you, man, it blew my mind, man, when them two punks hit the yard, how people was infatuated with these dudes calling they friend, they homie, and cool and all that. Yeah, they probably was cool, homie. They probably was your friend. But dude, you was a little too excited. Like, nigga, y'all don't even get that excited when a real nigga pull up. Hey, click the like button, man. Leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I tell all sorts of stories, man. We not homophobic. It's just keeping the homie straight. It's messing with mother-in-law, man. You're going to be a heterosexual or a homosexual. I'm out of here, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.